think, honestly, we've done something that almost nobody thought could be done.
Thank you all so much. What a Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday turns out to be just what many people thought it might be. Big days for the presidential campaigns of Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us.
12 states, including Minnesota, were up for grabs today, with 595 delegates at stake for Republicans and 1,032 delegates up for grabs for Democrats, the biggest single-day haul of the primary calendar. Here's the latest delegate count, beginning with Republican frontrunner Donald Trump, who has 221. Keep in mind, 1,237 are needed to win that nomination. Texas Senator Ted Cruz won in his home state, as well as Oklahoma. Much needed wins. He has 69 delegates. This could clearly mark the end of the line for Florida Senator Marco Rubio, who is in danger of being shut out tonight and remaining without a primary victory.
And Andrea, it was a very good night for Hillary Clinton, who took home the big prize of Texas, along with several other states. She currently has 883 delegates, needing a total of 2,382 to win the nomination. Now, for his part, Bernie Sanders took home his home state of Vermont, Oklahoma, and we're hearing now Colorado as well, and he was hoping for a win in Minnesota. At 232 delegates, he trails Clinton by a substantial amount.
And Mike, you mentioned that Minnesota, where Bernie Sanders spent time and money hoping to win. Valley News Team's Krista Boehm has been following local Democrats, and she joins us live with more. Krista?
Mike, Andrea, it's still too early to call in Minnesota between Senator Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. Sanders has the lead now with 59%, with Clinton trailing by 18%. In Moorhead at the DFL caucus, specific results aren't in just yet due to what became an overwhelming turnout at MSUM. This is a view from above the Comstock Memorial Union, where people were getting registered. Lines were out the door and down hallways in 3 directions. Many people I spoke with tonight were amazed and encouraged by the amount of people that turned out. One man I spoke with even told me he's taken part in 12 caucus votes here, and this is the largest turnout he's seen. Many waiting around 2 hours to vote, saying Super Tuesday is the second most important day to be heard, next to the actual election.
Tonight we're part of who we vote for, who's on the ballot, who actually are we going to choose between. So it's really important to find somebody who matches your values.
I don't want to show up in November and go to the voting booth and pick the lesser of two evils. And that's typically what happens every year.
I think this is a really watershed election. Everybody knows what's at stake here. We have extremes and we have moderates on both sides of the spectrum, and everybody needs to have a say in what's going on.
Of course, we'll have a breakdown of numbers out of Moorhead at MSUM for you as soon as they come in. You can look for them on valleynewslive.com. Mike, Andrea.
All right. Thank you, Krista. Now on to the Republican side. With 5 candidates to choose from, Republicans had a lot of decisions to make this evening.
And here are the latest results from the GOP side. Marco Rubio is in the lead currently with 37%, followed by Cruz at 27%. Trump is in third at 20%. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker was at the GOP caucus in Moorhead, where voters told him they hope whoever wins their party's nomination unifies the people within it.
I'm told this is one of the largest turnouts here at the GOP caucus held in Moorhead. The results from the caucuses held across the state will determine how Minnesota splits the 38 delegates between the 5 candidates remaining.
In prior years, this was a non-binding election, meaning that you could vote to vote for a certain candidate, but the delegates that were chosen to represent the vote could actually switch their vote before the national convention. This year, it's a binding vote. I just want whoever is our nominee to represent people.
Some voters shared with me their thoughts about this political season.
It's very interesting. It's the most involved I've ever actually learned about politics and what's going on. I think there's not really a candidate who really stands out to me.
I don't believe that Trump is a candidate that will at all unify our party. If anything, he will divide our party. So that being said, Rubio and Cruz, once again, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to also do that. But that being said, I'm going to be voting for Rubio because I do believe that he's going to be best or most suited to bring together our party once and for all.
Reporting from Moorhead, Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
Again, Rubio is leading the Republican pack with almost 40% of the vote in Minnesota.
And you can follow the latest poll results on valleynewslive.com. Just click on the Minnesota Caucus results banner on the homepage.
In other news tonight, a former substitute teacher for Dilworth Glyndon-Felton Public Schools could spend 15 years in jail if found guilty of having sex and sending nude photos to high school boys. Tara Nichols faces charges of criminal sexual conduct after a concerned mother alerted police in the school district to the situation. Court documents say Nichols picked the male student up, drove to a rural part of Clay County, and had sex 2 days in a row. Now, the district says Tara Nichols resigned once the investigation began. Her first court appearance is listed for April 12th. Meanwhile, a teacher at Grand Forks Central High School is being investigated for allegedly having a sexual relationship with a female student. Grand Forks police received a report on February 22nd of a teacher engaged in a sexual relationship with the student. The Grand Forks County State's Attorney's Office is reviewing a charge of corruption or solicitation of a minor. The teacher's name has not been released at this time.
North Fargo residents are dealt a blow as the Fargo Planning Commission approves a zoning change for a large apartment complex, Bison Village. People say this complex will negatively impact their neighborhood. The area is right off University Drive North and 32nd Avenue North. Those opposed to the zone change say their property value will go down and their once quiet neighborhood will see increased traffic, among other things. Roars Development, the company behind Bison Village, says it doesn't expect many, if any, of the problems brought up by the opposition to actually happen, but that only time will tell.
South Dakota's governor has vetoed a bill which would have restricted access to public school restrooms or locker rooms to students of the same biological sex. The bill's author says it protects students' privacy. Others say it could harm transgender students. And the bill had been decried by transgender rights advocates. Now, to read the full and past stories on this, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for another restaurant report card. From dirty coolers to food being out too long. This week, we're taking a look at restaurants in Moorhead that received critical violations from the health department. Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood has the latest report.
Is China Garden Buffet off 2nd Avenue South. The buffet was written up with 2 critical and 5 non-critical violations. The most serious, their sushi tray was out for too long and there was no employee illness log present. An employee tells us they try to stay clean. Next, Fit Republic off 4th Street South got a critical violation for having a buildup of slime inside their ice machine. We are still waiting to hear from management for a comment on their violation. And Vic's Bar and Grill at the Moorhead Center Mall received 1 critical and 8 non-critical violations from the health department. They were also written up for not having an illness log and didn't have a thermometer in their fridge. And when we tried to reach Vic's, their line just kept ringing. In Moorhead, Christine Stanwood, Valley News Live.
Our Clean Plate Award winner is Buffalo Wild Wings off 1st Avenue North for having a spotless report. To catch this report and all the others, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.